Contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. When can you listen to the Sister Speak Show? At 7 p.m. Central. Tune in on the go or at your residential. Spreaker, YouTube, Alexa, or SoundCloud. Interviewing special guests that have been blessed and will bless us. Through spoken word and awareness, knowledge is wealth. If you gain it, share this. In the streets, in the burbs, anywhere that we can be heard. It's about that time to elevate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat. It's about that time to stimulate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat. Welcome, my brothers and my sisters, to the tour on the Sister Speak Show. I am the host, creator, and producer of the Sister Speak Show, Ayana. It is my pleasure speaking with you all. I missed you all. I'm so excited about this evening. It's really going up. Anything going down is crashing. Kingdom Child Recordings is executive producer of the Sister Speak Show. Okay, let's just go ahead and get this all in the way. Brothers and sisters, I have a very special guest this evening. I'm so excited. Really excited about my special guest. But before we talk about her, just go ahead and give you guys some basics on why you are listening to one of the dopest podcasts in syndication. I'm serious about that. This is why. The Sister Speak Show consists of 6 segments, my brothers and sisters. And on these 6 segments, you can catch special guest interviews, live performances, in-studio interviews, and on-location reports. The special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic, and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged, my brothers and sisters. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb. We go wisdom on the Sister Speak Show. Oh, my brothers and sisters, I am so excited about that because this podcast, this particular segment, the tour, is dedicated towards every aspect of the music industry. And a lot of my special guests who have come on to the Sister Speak Show on the tour, by way of the tour, they are performing artists. But on the tour, we like to cover, as I said, every aspect. So we're looking at publicists, photographers, sound engineers, producers, managers, wardrobe stylists. I mean, the list goes on because everybody is important, an important ingredient that makes up the music industry. So with that being said, my brothers and sisters, those of you who are listening all over the world, shout out to you. And as well as, well, all over the world would be nationally, but I'm going to say it anyway, and nationally, shout out to you too, because my special guest from Houston, Texas will be Chelsea Montgomery. She is the manager for the city, C-I-T-Y. We party, and you know we've had Charles on here, we've had Rashad on here, we've had the Darrow on here, we've had, some of the group on here, and we've had Alan on here, so why not have the manager? This sister is serious, she's fierce, she handles her business, and I am so intrigued by all of what she has to do. And so for you, my listening audience, why not have such a beautiful sister on who is definitely impacting the communities with her passions and who can definitely give us her perspective of the music industry and how she contributes to it. The pressures, the joys, the ups and downs, and how she makes it through. And for those of you who are thinking about being a manager in the music industry, this episode is for you. I hope you gain encouragement, wisdom, and insight. Now, with that also being said, I can't wait for her to call in. So if you have any questions for her, you can definitely chat live with us on the tour. So excited about that. Now, another major announcement. First of all, I need you to follow me at SGTPGW. Now, we, on the Sister Speak Show, the tour, the announcement is May Music. That's right. May is Independent Music Month. So Independent Music Artist Month 24 independent music artists will be selected to have 2 of their songs played, clean version, radio version, on the Sister Speak show on the tour. This is really big. And so I'm so excited to cover 4 categories, 4 genres. We have hip-hop, R&B, we have spiritual inspiration, as well as spoken word. I have met so many dope performing artists of so many different genres. So I'm so excited to extend this platform to you. You know, we have listeners that are international. And why not stop through this platform and share what you have in MP3 format, please, with the Sister Speak Show and the Sister Speak Show listeners. You are important to us. And I am so attracted to the grind of the independent artist. The independent artist is dope. You know, and there's no shame or no slight to those who are on a major label, but however, I'm just focusing on the independent artist. I'm an independent artist, okay? So this is what we're going to do. 24 independent artists will be on the Sister Speak show. Their music will be played, 2 songs. So excited about that. 6 artists will be played every single weekend in May on Saturday, every Saturday in May. So we're talking about Saturday 5th, the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. It's going all the way up on the Sister Speak show on the tour, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. My brothers and sisters will be right back. Right back. I don't want you to go anywhere at all. We'll be right back after these 2 commercial breaks.
Listening to the Sister Speak show is even easier now with the new abilities available from Spreaker Skill on Amazon Alexa. With Spreaker on Alexa, you can now listen to the Sister Speak show from even more places from all around the world. You also have navigation control, fast forward and rewind podcast to make sure you never miss a second of your favorite show. And then you can ask for show recommendations like the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve.
Brothers and sisters, we want you to listen live and on demand to the Sister Speak show. There are 6 segments dedicated to serving you, my brothers and sisters. We have the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate, the laugh line, the tour, and the search effort. Oh, the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Welcome back. You are listening live to the tour on the Sister Speak show. I am your host, Ayana, and yes, my special guest this evening calling in from Houston will be Chelsea Montgomery. So excited about that interview. Brothers and sisters, one thing that we like to highlight on the Sister Speak show is wisdom. It's very important to raise awareness. Excuse me. Allergies, for sure. Anyway, it's very important to raise awareness and to provide knowledge. So on the Sister Speak show, we always provide audio clips for you to listen to, just to get a better feel of where we're going with the episode. So I have Bryson Tiller's manager. He shares the pressures of being his manager. This is just a 2-minute and 40-second clip. This is brought to us by Complex Hustle. Always shout out your sources. And this is for educational purposes only. Okay? And so, you know, I want you all to be aware of, you know, just some of the pressures. And then we can, like I said, when we get into the vibe with my sister, we'll go through that.
It's not really like managing to me. It's just like an everyday process that I just have to go through to just, you know, keep this thing going. Being a manager, you have a lot of responsibilities, like a lot of people's lives in your hands. And that's one of the things that I wake up every day and think about. Like Bryson wakes up every day and says, hey, how's Neil going to better my life? That's just the sense of focusness that I got to keep. With my hustle, anybody will tell you I'm a workaholic. You pick up the phone 9 times out of 10, I'm up. I always just feel like there's always something that can be done to get us to the next level and to get the situation better. So I was interning for Envy. That was my first internship ever. And to be honest with you, the one thing that I learned when I walked in there and I just saw how Envy was moving, he just made it look fun. One day we were in the office and he said something like, yo, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to the radio station, and after that I gotta go to Sirius, then after that I got an MTV show, then I gotta DJ 3 parties tonight, and I was like, wow, like he's really getting his money out here. I realized that it wasn't even about the money, like he really loved doing what he was doing, and that's the vision I started chasing right then and there. Everybody's definition of success is different. You could have different levels of success, from like LeBron winning a championship to a kid getting an A+ in school. Your success level really just depends on what your beliefs in, what your passions are, and what like that ultimate goal is. So with me, I more so just look at people as far as like how happy they are. Okay, so you can have $1 billion, but I know a lot of rich people are sad. You know what I mean? I know a lot of rich people are depressed. I chase happiness more so. My success just really comes from as happy as I am. When there's days as far as like, I'm feeling sad and down and depressed, that's why I know I'm not successful, so I go try to find it somewhere. One of the biggest things with Just a Regular Day is just to give the youth the opportunity. I just feel like there's a lot of kids out here with a lot of talent, a lot of dreams that, you know, could potentially help this culture too, and I just want to give them the opportunity to share with the world.
Brothers and sisters, that was the manager for Bryson Tiller. You know, it's so important to understand that sometimes money can bring you more problems. And one thing that he said that stands out is being able to chase happiness. Now, I don't know if you can chase happiness because happiness is based on things that happen. But when you can find joy, when you have inner peace, when you understand that you're not out here doing this for fame, but you're doing it because this is your passion, because this is what you want to do, what you were gifted to do, then, you know, it just brings, it brings this sense of being solid. It makes you understand that you're focused and you have a path. It is very important to understand that, yes, I understand that money, Federal Reserve notes dictate how things move and groove. But I also know what favor is. I also know that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I also know that God is my sole source. And I also know I have to play a part in having wisdom in keeping things and managing things and being a good steward over things. And that is the same thing with your gift. What are you doing with your gift right now? How are you managing it? How are you applying it? What are you doing that is different today than 6 months ago? Are you branding yourself constantly? Or are you sitting back unactivated, still stuck to the sheet of paper that the ATM card comes on? See, I always say this because this is important. You have to liken yourself unto an ATM card. Now, there's a balance in your account, but you have a new card. But you have to activate the card. In you, your balance is likened unto your gifts. But unless you activate yourself, those gifts stay there. And they may not build an interest. So this is what I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters. I want you to get up, get out, and get something. It's very important to understand that chasing money, oh goodness, have I had a bout with that. Chasing money leads to sleepless nights, an endless route. But when you are focused on inner peace, when you are operating in your gifts, you're doing something. So on the tour, to all of those who qualify to be a special guest on the tour, I'd love to have you on. And for those of you who have not yet activated your passions, what are you waiting on? You can sing. I can't hear you. You can rap. I can't hear you. You know, like, let's hear you. Don't sit back and be like, oh, I'm tighter than him. Oh, I sound better than her. I'm not going to say prove it, because there's always going to be somebody who sounds great. That's the generality, the generality of the gift. You know, there are a lot of people who can sing. There's a lot of people who can do this and do that and do this and do that. But nobody can do it like you, my brothers and sisters. Nobody can do it like you. And we need to understand that, because the moment you understand that nobody can do it like you, it puts you in a position to where you're like, you know what? I'm out here really rocking. I really got something going on here. I'm really contributing. And the problem is, a lot of us, brothers and sisters, a lot of us, we get so caught up in looking at other people doing what they do that sometimes it throws you off. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want you to go out there and sound like somebody else, rap like somebody else, look like somebody else. Find out who you are. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is by spending time with yourself. You have to. Because if you are an independent artist, your image, your sound, your squad, which is your support team, it's important. How do you look in the community? How do you sound? Are you trifling? Or are you really, giving back? Do you really have bars, or are you whack? These things, you need to take time and think about it, because it's nothing worse than hearing, because we're on the tour, I'm going to focus on this. There's nothing worse than hearing something that sounds like crap. It sounds like garbage. Like, I really, here it goes. We'll get more into this, brothers and sisters. Calling it live, my brothers and sisters, to the Sister Speak Show on the tour is my special guest. We must give her a round of applause. Chelsea Montgomery, my brothers and sisters. And how are you, sister? I am so fine, thank you. Now I got you on speakerphone so we can hear you. You doing all right today?
I am doing great.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you today.
I was like, I've been waiting on this. I was like,
oh, yes, brothers and sisters. I promised you she would be live, and here she is. Houston, stand up. Shout out to the city. Shout out to everybody listening. Let's go ahead and get right into this. When did you discover that this, being a manager, was a part of your passions?
ooh, when did I discover? So I met the band probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And just as a fan, just going to shows, and just loving their energy, loving how they interact with the crowd, just everything, the personal music, their own music, everything's just great. Mm-hmm. So recently, about 6 months ago, I was asleep and woke up, asked Rudy or Rashard, the lead singer of the band, if we could go out to eat. We went out to eat, and I said, you know what, I should manage this band.
Wow. Wow.
I was like, I don't really have that much experience, in the music industry. Mm-hmm. But I have a great work ethic, and business-wise, I feel like I can pick it up. So, what you think? And he was just like, you know what, let's just give it a shot. And he gave me a shot, and I love it. Every day, like, this is a dream come true for me. And now I am growing into it and learning more every day, and I'm just like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, this is my career.
Oh,
so it kind of just happened out the blue. It wasn't like, I was 2 years old saying, hey, I'm going to manage a band. No, I broke up with it, and it stuck, and it worked for me. God just opened the door, and here I am.
That is amazing, and that's a blessing. And what I appreciate is your boldness. Sometimes people lack the boldness to go forth. They may be shy, intimidated, or whatever it is, may not have the courage. But for you to be able to be bold enough to say, look, check this out. I am an asset waiting to happen. And you need to go ahead and try this. And for him to sit down, and shout out to him, for him to sit down and say, you know what? I'm rolling with you. Excuse me, my allergies are kicking up so bad. I'm rolling with you. It is. Oh goodness, it is rough, and it is jumping me all through the throat. I had to take some water. Excuse me, but for him to sit down and to work with you and to say, you know what, I'm going to give you a shot, and then here you are. Because when I had the opportunity just to speak to you about a potential event that I wanted to put together, you were very professional, very serious. The numbers were in order. Very, very serious. And even when I had reached out to Rashad, I had said, I'm interested in this. He said, you need to holler at my manager. I said, oh, okay. Let me go ahead and follow order. And I appreciated that. And then it's you, a sister queen. And it's like, yes, that's what's up. And so I was so excited about that. So, a lot of, people will be listening to this interview live and on demand. So let's just go through it. So, he gave you a shot. So what was the first thing that you had to do to say, okay, I'm on board, and this is what I can contribute to the band to make the band go to another level?
He basically gave me duties. And when I say, when I speak on him, it's for the whole band. So he leads the band. And I don't know if a lot of people know that. So what he was doing prior to me was handling the business side as well as the music side, which is a lot. It's just a whole lot to do. So he would just give me tasks. It was simple tasks of like, hey, call this person. Hey, go run here, go do that. That he had to do for the band. And I would get them done, and it was fun. It gave me energy and life. It was just like, oh, like,
yes,
like I'm doing something for someone else. Like, this has nothing to do with me, but like I love it, you know. And I'm helping them. So he would just give me simple tasks, and I would get them done, and maybe like 2-3 weeks in, I said, hey, you know what? Like, let me start doing my own tasks. Let me start doing this, and that. Like, hey, I want, you know, right now when I jumped on board, they had maybe 2 shows every month, and I said, I want y'all booked every Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
I even want y'all booked on Sundays. So I wanted to get to the point to where y'all are calling me saying, hey, Chelsea, we can't take these shows. Like, you know, I want to do that. So now I'm so proud to say every Friday and Saturday is booked. Shows are rolling in. It's business is booming, to say the least. It's going great. So he would just, to start things off, though, he just gave me tasks, and I accomplished them, and then the task got bigger. And that's just kind of how I grew into the role.
That is amazing. And look at what you've done. You know, I believe in speaking into it existence. I believe in writing the vision and making it plain. I believe in, you know, the power of your tongue. And for you to say, this is what I want you all to be booked every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then here you are with it. I think that's just a testimony to, if you want something, you can have it, you can get it, and you can do it. And I think a lot of us, from time to time, some people suffer from laziness.
Right.
Just a spirit. And I believe laziness is a spirit, because it can hinder you from reaching your full potential, just from simply not wanting to do it. It's amazing that if we would just take 3 more seconds to do something, that we could cure a lot of laziness. Like, some people will get money changed back at the grocery store, and they won't take the time to put it in their wallet. They just hold it in their hand. But just that 1 second, that's just that 1 second of just putting it in your wallet, you know, zipping it up. Now you don't have to get hit in the back of the head talking about, give me your money. You know what I mean? Because you're an easy target. So it's just.
Oh,
Go ahead.
You sound like my mama. She say that to me all the time. She's like, Chelsea, when you leave the store, have everything in, get that phone out your hand. I'm like, no, my phone is my business. Like, I gotta see what's going on.
Yes.
And just put everything up, lock everything away. Yes. I'm like, okay, mama, all right.
But it's true, because it's just about, you know, really being prepared and willing to take just that extra step of precaution or advancement, you know, a shot in the DMs. Hey, I'm looking for you to be an interview, or hey, you know, I'm interested in, you know, being a manager. Let me post an ad. You know, there are just several avenues that are just waiting to be tread upon, you know, by, for humans to go through. But for some reason, our people and abroad, but just our people sometimes can be lazy and will not pursue their dreams. What is your outtake on that?
Well, I think some people just don't like to hear no.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yes.
You tell me no, I'm gonna find another way for somebody else to tell me yes. So I think that's the big thing. People don't like they don't like to be rejected. They feel like if they have it, you know, they just gonna work. And even if Rashard, if he told me no off top, like, hey, no, this is a horrible idea, we did mention, like, hey, we never had a manager, like, their manager stuff don't work for us, we work by ourselves. And I had to bring something to the table. So I don't mind hearing no. I call people all the time. I'm actually working on right now getting them out of the state.
Wow.
So I am calling people all over, like, hey, this is our EPK. We interested in coming to our venue. No, okay, I'm gonna hang up with you. I'm gonna call somebody else.
Yes.
So I think that's a big deal. Like, no one wants to hear no, and then once they do hear no, it's like, oh, I quit, I give up. Let me go try something totally different. Like, no, no, like I am stuck on something, and if I want it done, it's gonna get done.
Yes.
If that person that's in front of me is telling me no, then I'm gonna find somebody else or go through it and get it done by myself. So
wow.
I think that's a big thing. They're lazy. That's one part. But, you know, once you hit a brick wall, most people stop. I'm working on going to Home Depot and finding a ladder to get over the wall.
Hello.
Like, that's not. I'm not understanding. No, I don't get it. I'm sorry. No.
Brothers and sisters, you are listening live to the tour on the Sister Speak show. My special guest is Chelsea Montgomery, and we're just talking about her passions as a manager, and we're going to vibe out. If you have any questions for her, you can chat live, and we'll get those questions to her. You know, I really like your energy, and I like the fact that you don't take any mess, and I can tell that, you know. I can tell you don't take, Love it.
You gotta think though. I'm 5'2", I'm probably 130 pounds of women. I can't take mess.
That's right.
That's not gonna work. You know, this what's gonna get done. We can't do that here. We just can't.
Yes.
So
yes.
No mess to take it.
Right, and I love it because I'm 5'1", and yes, girl, yes, and look, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a giraffe in spirit. I don't know what it is. I think I should eat a giraffe burger to grow. I don't know what I should do to get taller. But this is just what it is. But no, I know what it is to, you know, to especially to be this height and kind of have to really understand the look. I command respect. Don't let my height fool you. And hear the power in the projection of my voice. And I think that's what works for us is our voice and the power in it. And I think people can see once you open your mouth, once you're very serious about what it is that you're bringing to the table, what you're proposing, then people have to kind of tighten up and be like, okay, this is a woman. This is somebody who's serious about her business. Let me go ahead and put on my what can I do for you voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, I think all of that, it takes time and learning and going through experiences. Because I wasn't always like this.
Right.
I was very timid, shy. I didn't like talking to anyone. I just didn't. I don't go out. I don't interact with. I didn't interact with too many people prior to this. So you know, the band, they are. They're so great. Like, they're just phenomenal men overall. Help each other and help me. So if they see something, they're like, hey, Chelsea, like, you got it. Like, we stand behind everything you say. Like, go in there with your, you know, your head up high, your shoulders back. Like, we got you. So I think that and just them teaching me, like, hey, if they say something, you're going to tell them just like this. You know, so it all takes time.
Yeah.
I wasn't this strong to begin with. I can't admit that. I wasn't here. You know, 6 months ago, that wasn't where I was.
Right.
But yeah, they're so great. Like, I learn something from them every day. Like, they are talented musicians. I give them that. But overall, men in general, just great men. Just great.
Definitely. I will definitely co-sign on that because I've had the opportunity to interview a few of them, and I can say the same thing. What I like about the group and what I love now about the group is the fact that I found out that you were their manager. I've already liked the group, already loved what they did. I just thought they were absolutely dynamic. They were they're what the music industry needs. It's just a vibe that is so welcomed, and I definitely see how all of the fam, you know, like what they do and support them. And then when I saw you, I was just like, this is so dope because for some reason, I just feel like you all are there's going to be a documentary. There's going to be, this is not over. This is like, I see a movie in the making. I see something so epic where there's going to be a biopic or there's going to be something in the future, you know, after you all have trekked through the predestined journey that you have to go through in the industry, that there will be a documentary or a movie about you all. I mean, it's the perfect ingredients.
Right? It's so much tea into it. You know, it's so, I mean, it really is a family. So there is always, like, you know, little side things that go on. I say we need a reality show, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, everything to lead up to the show is just quite hilarious.
Gotta get it done.
We try not to be so stressed out, but from people running late to me calling, like, hey, I need you here right now. Or, like, it is the funniest thing ever. Or afterwards, or the little jokes they say on stage that only, you know, us kids. It's just, I think everybody should. I think we need a reality show, so I'm going to just put that out in the atmosphere now. producers, y'all just directors, call me.
Yes, call her. I think that would work. I really do think that would work. So one of the things with you being, a sister in this industry, or what are some of the challenges that you have to press through? I know you talked about, rejection and that, but what are some of the challenges that you've had to work through being a sister in this industry?
Well, being a woman in this industry off top is just it's challenging enough.
Yeah.
Because men are so far have taken over as far as managers, especially band managers. Not saying that it's okay, but they've been doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a woman coming in and saying, hey, I got this, it's always a little backlash from that, like, oh, this is a joke, like she's not serious. They're just doing this for laughs. Like, no, this is serious. So I always have to, press forth and tell them, like, no, this is what we're doing. This is the contract. I need you to sign it. Like, I'm not here to play. I'm not here to flirt with you.
Right.
That is the next major deal. Most people that I interact with are guys. Outside of the band, as far as like venues and producers, engineers. So most of the people that I communicate with are guys, and then they, I believe I'm pretty attractive.
Yes, you are.
What happens is, it turns into, okay, here's business, but let me slide in a few, slight flirtiness remarks. And I have to let them know, like, no, we're not here for that. Like, I'm going to cut that right now.
Yes.
If we're out, if we're all out and I'm having a meeting with you, I don't need you to walk me to my car. I don't need you to buy me none of my drinks. I'm a woman. I stand on my own. I got this. Like, we good, no, you don't need to take me back to my house. I don't need nobody to drive me home. Nothing. I'm good. I have a car. Everything works. So flirting is a big deal that I have to cut out. Being a woman is another huge deal, and then being a black woman.
Yes. Yes.
Society is it's starting to transition a bit, but society is not really sure of black women being in charge. And so I have to stay on my P's and Q's with everything, because the second I slip up, it's like, well, that's well, look who we all put in front. Or the second I get an attitude, well, there she go, being ghetto, being ratchet. Like,
wow.
So being a black woman is staying professional and just letting them know, like, hey, I got this. Like, I'm standing on my own, and I hope to represent for other black women, and hopefully they see me and say, hey, this is what I want to do. Because she did it, hopefully someone is seeing my story and like, if this came out of nowhere and she blossomed into the woman she is right now, I can do it too.
Yes.
So we get so structured into like being, just cute and models and trophies that, people don't want to hear that. I'm very intelligent. I know what I'm talking about. And it's going to get done. So I think that's probably my top 3 challenging deals.
Yes.
Also, with being around 7 guys all day, every day, people don't talk to me at all. People are pretty afraid to. Hold on, sweetie, I'm on the phone. I'm sorry, I have daughters.
No, you don't have to apologize. Girl, they are part of the show. Hey, queens, how y'all doing?
They came in here to see if they can play on the play outside. They don't want no business from me. So I think that's another challenging thing. Just being a black woman, being a woman in general. The remarks. I am not just a cute woman that's just gonna stand by here.
Yes.
And then also, with the band, 7 guys don't want to talk to me. It's like they intimidated, and I have to tell the band sometimes, like, y'all stop being my bodyguard. Like, people, like, like guys cannot just no guy can come up to me and talk to me. And I be trying to tell me like, I'm single, y'all. One day I'm gonna get in a relationship. And they're like, no. They just, no, it's not him. But he's not the one,
Oh, that's love. That's love. And it's a little hating.
They're very protective of me. They don't play that at all.
Yeah.
They don't. If I'm with them, it's like, no, if it's not business, stop talking to her. Like, why are you? Or they won't say stop talking, but they'll just, that stare.
Yes.
And you just sound like, what?
Yes. Look, because ain't nothing worse than getting hit over the head with a saxophone. Ooh.
Yeah. See, it's crazy.
I'm serious. And, it's so interesting that you said that because it's like, these are the challenges. You're attractive, you mean business, and that, you will run across some people who are in the industry who just, are thirsty, and they use their status and their access and their power to try to, woo a man or woo a woman. And look, not everybody's not there for the woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not there for that. And this is just a public service announcement because I love these opportunities that just really just go off. Like, look, to my brothers and my sisters, check this out. Look, even to my brothers, when my sister walks on the scene, just handle your business. Everybody don't want you. And if you always trying to give it away, what's wrong with it? Because if you don't want it, why you trying to give it to me? That's all I got to say about that. Because they don't know no better.
Look, if you pass it out to everybody, I don't want none.
I don't want that. Because what's wrong with it that you trying to give it away to everybody? What is this on clearance? What is this? I don't want this. And so
look, you better check that price tag. What is going on? Is this on sale today?
I'm serious because one time I was shopping at Ross. This is a true story. And I went to get me a pair of Calvin Klein jeans. Kid you not. Look, you got to check the whole thing out before you get to that line. One pant leg was longer than the other. Can we say irregular? It's very serious. But that was a lesson I needed to learn. Okay, I don't know why, but I had to learn it. Irregular. And so, brothers, I need you to stop having the irregularness of your life. Please be who you're supposed to be and just be a professional manager. And don't use that as your way to lure a woman in, because what that does is it takes away from your brand. It waters down the professionalism of your company or what you represent. And so then you're not going to have too many people that want to work with you because everybody's going to have the word out like, Mr. Giveaway, you don't want nothing with that word. Look,
the city is small. It's very small. Everybody knows everybody. So as soon as you start passing it out like it's Skittles, it's going to get back. It's going to definitely get back.
Yes.
Don't pass nothing out.
Exactly. And so I think that, there are some who have walked into situations and they've literally had to fight for their life because they went in thinking that this was going to be, about business, and he or she, the predator, had other intentions. And I just think that, we all just have to, and I'm just saying this to everybody, just, understand the difference between an opportunity and an opportunity. Because the port and the pit are two different things. A port is going to have you going through to and fro, moving around, doors opening. It's going to be a consistent flow. But that pit is going to catch you by surprise, and it's going to really, it's going to be a detriment to you, to everything you're trying to do. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. Go ahead, sister.
I think the problem is, people don't know when you're into that pit until they get there.
Ooh.
I think that's the problem. They get so caught up and they think, oh, he's just doing a nice gesture, or oh, I'm just being friendly. Like this doesn't mean anything. And you look up, and when you thought you was going, you're nowhere near that. Like you're doing something totally different. Or people are starting to use you. Like you don't want to be used ever. You definitely don't want to be made a joke out of. Like nobody can walk in anywhere and laugh and be like, oh, yeah, I see you. But you're now, you definitely can't be taken serious. I don't care how you talk. I don't care how you hold your head up. We know your story. Everybody knows your story. So I think that's the problem. People don't know when they fall until they fall because everything is just, they're just open to everything.
Yes.
And you just can't. You can't be in this industry. You just can't. It just won't work out.
And I think a lot of times, what messes us up is, bringing that physical aspect into it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times we have to be willing to just hold the urge, hold the temptation, because sometimes that can really mess up, what you're trying to do. And, it's nothing worse than just gaining a reputation. Like you said, living in a small town, you're like, you don't want him, you don't want her, this is going on, that's going on. And I just think that with Houston booming the way it's booming with the music industry and all of what's going on, I think Houston is definitely a hot spot. A lot of people are focusing on Houston. A lot of people want to work with people in Houston, There's a lot of connections. And so we just want people who are the connections not to be a disconnection in the end. You understand what I'm saying to you? Brothers and sisters, you are listening live to the tour on the Sister Speak Show. My special guest is Chelsea Montgomery. So let's go ahead and get into it. When it comes to, your position with the band, what do you have to deal with concerning the women? Oh, I've been waiting for this one. This was a question I had written down and I had to ask. Tell it, sister. Tell it.
So, let me go back first because I was listening to your other interviews you did with Cino, and I listened to all of them, and it's a sound that you made talking about when the girls come and they make a sound. Remember that? Yeah, that's it. And then every interview you did, you made the exact same time. I said, oh, she's stuck on this one. Like, this is it.
Because it's the truth.
Oh, my gosh. It's so accurate. Like, I don't know how many shows you've been to. I don't know how you learned that, but it's so true. It's just... So the women are out here. Like, they out here. They are... they hear. I don't know. I don't know. They hear. Of course. If I don't have a shirt or anything that says, hey, I'm the city manager. Like I don't feel like I need one.
Right.
So it's just kind of like when I go to shows, of course, and I sit in the front, or they see me hanging around the band. It's like, oh well. Oh, I wonder who she is, or she must be one of the girlfriends, or she did it, so I get that, I hear people talking, I don't pay it no mind, but I hear the whispers, so I definitely deal with that part, but once they, hopefully if they get the courage to either talk to me, which they don't, but, and talk to the band and be like, hey, what's going on, then they introduce me as, the manager, then we're all great. But the women are definitely making the noises. They definitely looking at me crazy because they don't know who I am. And I mean, they're around. Like, I let them, I don't, say like, hey guys, stop talking to women because I'm here. I let them live their lives, do whatever they need to do. But I do say, I do keep an eye out. I am mama bear when it comes to these women.
You have to be.
Talking to somebody, I am doing a full, women are secret agents anyway.
Yes.
So I'm looking through your Facebook, your Instagram, your mama Instagram, your cousin, uncle Instagram. Like, I need to see who these guys are talking to. Just because just like they're protective of me, I'm protective of them. Like, who is this? Where'd she come from? Who her mama? So
you have to be.
It's kind of a love-hate deal. Like, I love it. It's quite entertaining at the end of the day. It's just, but they definitely are making that noise.
I know it. Oh, that is.
How you doing? Do it again. Do it again.
It's so serious though, because I was looking at their shows, and I just have been to a lot of concerts. And I first heard that scream, I kid you not, I first heard that scream watching a throwback Teddy Pendergrass concert. Oh, those sisters in there, girl. Oh my goodness, they had it. I'm talking about panties were literally being thrown on the stage. I had all Teddy had to do was just come out. He had 3 buttons unbuttoned. I mean, the shirt was unbuttoned by 3 buttons. That chain, he had that curly hair, he had on them pants. He hadn't even said anything yet. And they were just screaming and throwing panties. And then once he started singing, that was it. And so,
I mean, at what point do you reach that point in life where you feel like you got to take your panties off, though? Like, why is it that serious?
I think what it is that, you listen to the music by yourself. And so I think it is you feel like they're singing to you. Because, I say this because I didn't throw my panties on the stage, but I was caught up in the trance because I went to I've said this before. I went to the R. Kelly concert back in California. And this is when Your Body Is Calling Me was hot. Okay. So he came out on stage. I don't know what happened, Chelsea. Something happened because I was the only one there amongst all the other women. But when he came out there, we all just fell into this trance. It was one of those situations where you're like, yeah, I'm going to have to rinse these out when I get home. I don't know what he did to... This brother got a spell on me, you know, because he was like, I hear, you know, your body is calling. I'm like, how'd you get his number? Look.
You ain't got to sing the song.
Look, he said it, and I was like, how did you get its number? How'd you know? And then next thing you know, I mean, just everybody was just screaming. He had on this white linen outfit, and he was standing behind this projector, and just other things were magnified. It was really a serious show. And all the women in there, we were all his woman. Everybody had agreed to it. Fine. That's fine. You get him on Monday. I got him on Tuesday. What day you got him? Wednesday? Okay. What day? Thursday? Fine. We'll share him. That's it. And that's before we knew he was...
I am fine with the trade off as long as I get my day.
Yes, but that's before we knew that he misses the toilet.
He is a wet one.
Because he... Yeah, you know, what he did with Aaliyah, that's before we knew that he was into certain things. And I think that's the mystique of it all, is that, you know, you never know what they really have going on behind the scenes, but it's just the power that they command when they get on stage. It's the song, it's the way they sing it. It's something about, you know, the way the notes and the melodies come together that I think a lot of women are just drawn to that. And it's the words that are being sung. You know, you're talking about treat me right. You're talking about loving me all night long. You're talking about, you know, if my man won't do right, I got you. You know, you're saying all these things. And so now I'm kind of like, I'm feeling you. And so, you know, here comes that scream, or here comes the panties, or here comes the stalking. And, you know, next thing you know, it's like, oh, I'm really caught up in this. You know, I'm following you from state to state. You know, look, I'm running after your tour bus. I'm trying to, you know, I'm sleeping with everybody in the band, trying to get to the main singer. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about is like, you know, are you really having to deal with like serious, like I'm trying to be in a relationship with you. I don't want you to be with any other type women, or what are you having to like combat when it comes to the sisters who are trying to enter into a relationship with the brothers? Because the brothers ain't going to tell it all. They're not going to tell it all. Because they trying to keep all their fans, you know, and I understand that.
Yeah, they not, and that's the thing. So I can't really, if I tell it all, then my black card going to be revoked.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to tell it all.
But, I mean, they're very smart men. And I'll say that. Like, I pray that, you know, that they'll make the right decision when it comes to women.
Yes.
To where we won't have any stalkers or anybody following us around. I mean, of course, you know, I got eyes, so I see, like, there are a few women, with a good 10 women that I see consistently at every show. It's kind of like, oh, all right, well, you know, guess you're a fan, you know. And they try to get in a little close. I'm not sure how far they get.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just hope that they will make the right decision when it comes to women. They're very intelligent men, for the most part. And, I mean, they're in their, you know, early 30s, late 20s, so they've been around and they kind of know and got it figured out. You know, the band's been doing this for almost 10 years now.
Wow.
So they got it figured out to where they got, well, you know, oh, she crazy, or maybe she really liking me. I always told Rashard, he got it the hardest, you know.
Yes.
Singing to women. Like, he sits them down in chairs. It's the point of the show where they're called the alley-hoop. So he'll sit them out, pull them out. Him, Darryl, and Spino, the guitar player and the saxophone. They pull the women out in front of the stage. And, you know, it's a lot of pelvic thrusting. It's a lot of grinding. It's a lot of, you know, dry humping. It's a lot. You know, it's just a good 5 minutes of like, oh, wow, this is intense, you know?
Yes.
So I am sure that, you know, these women are probably taking that and like, oh, this could be something, you know, but what they don't know is it's a show. Like, it's their whole layout of how they have their songs is just a big story, you know?
Yes.
So they set it up to where it starts off real slow, then it gets real intimate, and then, you know, you living your best life and having a party. But so in that particular set, I believe it's Tank, When We. So when that song started coming on, and I could just see in their face, like, oh Lord, they in love. They have gotten in love. You know, and they take the little pictures and they just go about their way for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they very intelligent men though. So I like think that. Hopefully they got it figured out.
Yeah. That is amazing. Yeah. That is so funny because I saw that. You know, I've seen a lot of videos, and brothers and sisters, you have to check out the videos because their show is electric. It is absolutely electric. That is the I think the best word I could use to describe it. It's electric. You will not be disappointed. And, you know, we'll get into booking and all that in a minute. But the one thing I was going to say just about, you know, with, you know, pulling the woman, you know, up and everything like that, like that is probably one of the things that, you know, is a signature for the band. And I think that really is something that, you know, makes a woman feel good and all that. And I just think it just makes the show be what it is. You know what I mean? Because like you said, they are intelligent and they're very respectful men. So, you know, the thrusting and the grinding, you know, that just comes a part of being an entertainer. And, you know, when you can lock eyes with somebody, you know, the problem is, you know, just thinking that they're singing to you. You know, you got to be able to discern that this is a show because sometimes you could be like, strip a man.
I mean, but they set it up so great, though. Like, it's just, I mean, I could see from the outside looking in, if I got pulled up there, I could see how it could be, you know, very intimate. I mean, Rashard even goes to, like, he's looking at you in your eyes, like, he is pulling the chair closer to him, like, what you in the chair? And recently at one show, oh my gosh, they probably gonna kill me for this, but at one show, he was so into it, and the girl was moving, but this is the thing, it's a chair. It is not a bench. It is not stable. So she was really, like, moving with the song, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, that chair about to go. And all of a sudden, the chair went. Like, the chair, she fell out the chair. Like, that's how caught up she was in the moment.
Woman down.
Like, God, like, and then we just kept playing. You know, it's still a show. Well, I mean, you know, we got up. She was fine. You know, but we kept going. So, yeah, like, they really get into it. Like, you know, it's just, I mean, you got, imagine somebody coming up to you with a guitar grinding on you. Like, what is going on? and that saxophone, like, they got to get them every time. But, I mean, I think just from the outside, I mean, me knowing them, and I'm just like, this is cute. Like, look at them doing it again. You know, like, I be cheering them on. I be the main one with my phone recording it, you know, because I do most of the videos. But it's cute, and I can see how they get caught up.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that. So let's talk about the event that you guys just had at the Toyota Center, correct?
Yes.
So how did you book that?
Okay, so we do the Rockets liftoff party, which is basically in similar terms. For football, it's like tailgating right before. So they set up right outside of the center. And, hold on. They're outside already. Okay, I am sorry.
That's okay.
So they set up outside of the Toyota Center and play covers and their original music for the first 2 hours, just giving them a full party, giving them a show as they either walk into, or for most of the time, people just stop even going into the game just to, you know, watch the show.
Wow.
So it's really good. What happened was they were at 921 Lounge in Texas City, and a guy was just there from 102.1 from a radio show, and we didn't know who he was. We just gave the same show. I I care. I'm not gonna say we. I care about who's in the crowd.
Yes.
Because, doing the shows, that's part of my job is to see who is there. If an owner is there, I'm speaking to the owner. I mean, the DJs, the sound people, the managers, even the bartenders. I'm worried about the crowd, but when they go on when they go on stage and when the show is time to start, they don't care who's out in the audience. They gonna give the exact same show, giving 110% every single time. So at this venue that night was a real slow night. The weather was horrible, but the guy came out from the radio show.
Wow.
And they gave a full show, like they put on, and he was just like, well, I work for 102.1, and I also work with the Rockets. It was like the Houston Rockets. And he said, yeah, and the band knows that if anybody gets any questions, everything has to go through me.
Yes.
And they're very respectful of doing that. So they sent him my way, and from there we are now going on our third show.
That's amazing.
With the Rockets. The next one is on April the 7th from 5 to 7, right before the Rockets play OKC.
Wow. Shout out. No, shout out. Brothers and sisters, y'all got to give them a round of applause. Hold on. Effects. Wait a minute now. We got to give you a round of applause for that, because that's what's up. Anything going down is crashing. That's what's up. All your hard work, all of those talented brothers, and everything. And this is your third year performing. Shout out. That's what's up. Shout out to your grind, to your hustle, to your belief, to your passion, to everything you do. I just want to take this time, like I always do with all of my guests, to encourage you to continue to press through and to continue to pursue this passion of yours. Continue to,
thank you.
No, of course, continue to do what it is that you're doing to make this thing go. Always be willing to, be flexible for whatever God wants to do for you. But what you're doing is amazing. You had a dream, a vision that you wanted to manage this group. And here you are talking about now we're on our third, go round at the Toyota Center. That is amazing.
Right.
Amazing. And I just am really, I'm just grateful that I've got to be able to meet you on this journey, with you being a mother, working, and then handling, the group and, managing the group and everything. That's a lot. But you have found some way, shape, or form balance. And you're doing it with such a joyful voice and with a joyful heart I can hear. So I really am grateful and appreciative of all that you are contributing to the music industry and what you have done for the band. I think you guys really work well together. And I'm really glad that, God brought you guys together, because that's what it's about. It's about connecting with the people who you're supposed to connect with in your journey and on your journey. And it's about being able to wake up one day and go forth and become this phenomenal person, which who you are. And so I'm really grateful, because I always have the dopest guests. I always have phenomenal guests, amazing guests, just being able to talk and vibe with you and everything. Like, you are my sister. You rock. Chelsea don't take no mess. Brothers and sisters,
Thank
that
you.
is a fact.
I am coming to Dallas.
Okay.
I am coming out there, and I'm going to give you a call
Please.
as soon as I get out there.
Please.
It'll be sometime next month for sure.
Okay.
So I'm coming out there because I need shows in Dallas. I need the band to expand, so I'm gonna do some networking out there.
Yes.
If you know anybody, any people pop up in your head, please let me know.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm gonna do some networking out there, and I would love if we could hang out and do this all over again.
I would love to. This is what it's about, brothers and sisters. It's that connection. I'm smiling from ear to ear because I love vibing with the dopest people, and I'm so blessed that God has allowed me to interview you guys. This is amazing to me, and I know that your endeavors will be blessed, and I know that you're going to make the right connections when you come out here, because Dallas is going to, I know you guys have been out here before. Dallas, is rocking. Dallas has a lot of great venues, and the people show up. One thing about us is that we come out, honey, and we go to events, so I know you'll sell it out. I know you'll be able to book several venues, so I'm excited because no, I don't want to be pulled up on a chair and mesmerized, but I sure want to come to the show. Well, I'm married, and I got to be respectful of my marriage, but I would love to be able to witness the screaming, the trances, maybe even a chair breaking shoot. I just want to see it all live and just how you've put it all together, and then maybe even being able to, do a live on location report about the show and get some exposure that way too. There's several ways that we can work this. I just
nice.
I want you to know that I support you guys. Anything before, we're getting ready to get off because I have another show at 7, but anything that you need from me, my sister, anything, if you need to promote, if you need to come on here and give a shout out, anything that you need, that you can come on here. I'll give you your 15 minutes and you can just go ahead and speak to the listening audience, because that's what we're here for, because we're Sister Speak Show family members now. So anything you need from me, just holler at me and let me know. Also, if you guys, I would love for you all to participate in May Music Month on the Sister Speak Show, because I'm covering R&B, gospel, spiritual inspiration, and spoken word. And I'm selecting 24 independent music artists to have 2 of their songs played on the Sister Speak Show in May. And so I would love for them, The City, I would love for 2 songs from them to play on the show, if that's possible.
Oh, definitely. You want me to pick? You want to pick?
No, that's all. That's
got a good handful.
That's
got 2 albums out.
Well, and that's what's up, and that's why it's just like there's so many dope songs. That won't be my selection. That'll be for you. I just need the MP3 format, 2 clean versions, and they've already solidified that spot because I take care of my family first. And that's no diss to anybody else. To anybody that's independent that's listening, that's no diss to you. I'm just saying that this is just how I'm networking, and you can also be next. So with that being said, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and how they can book shows.
So to get in touch with me, if you're at a show, you will see me. I would probably be up standing in the front, either recording or in the back talking to managers. But on Instagram, I am Chelsea, CHELSA_Montgomery 8. So that's my Instagram, which is really long. Or you can just go to the city page. I actually would recommend you just go in there first. And my name is in the bio. You can just click on it. So the city page is the City We Party. Everything's spelled correctly. You just go to their page. You can find me. When you go to their page, or when you go to the website, which is also thecityparty.com, my number, once you go into booking, my number will be there. If you go to the Instagram page, my number will be there. Or if you go to the email, that's my email. So if you find the band, if you like the band, if you talk to the band, I am pretty sure that I will hear about it. So my cell phone number, I can just throw it out there because I put it out for everyone. It's 832-955-4594. I answer most calls. I am up all day. I only sleep between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. every other hour of the day. I am up grinding, doing something productive. So Instagram, The City We Party, or my cell phone, 832-955-4594.
Yes. Now, to all of you creepy crawlies, just
the creepy crawlers, my block still work. It will always work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now look.
I will work. If you pop up at a show, you gotta face 7 people before you get to me. So please don't try it.
Please,
because not even try.
Yes, because we don't want that. We just want you all, look, brothers, because I know the brothers were liking, your picture on my page, and yes, you are a very beautiful sister. So you guys keep it professional, keep it clean, and if you are attracted to her and you are trying to get to know her, please go to God first about it, and and that way.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but talk to God before you talk to her.
Yeah, no, seriously, because then that weeds out all the people. See, you got to be willing to climb to the top of the tree for the apple. You don't want the ones that's falling off the tree that's rotted. This sister's at the top of the tree. So if you're not willing to climb, then you shouldn't eat fruit. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. See. Here we go.
There you go.
Here we go.
About to make my next caption on my selfie.
This is, and I'm so sad that we have to get off the phone because I could vibe with you all day. But I'm going to want to have you come back, for another interview, most definitely. And like I said, I have really, really enjoyed conversing with you. You're full of life, full of energy. You are a dope female. And that's just bottom line. That is top line. You are a dope female, my sister. You keep doing what you're doing. You also have you have twin daughters. They are beautiful. You're doing it, and shout out to you for being on top of your stuff, because I can tell that you are a present mother. And that is to be commended. And I like the way that you carry yourself as well. You're not out here raunchy. You're not out here slutty. You're not out here looking like a hoe. You are out here professional, cute. You know it. You know you're beautiful. And you got it going on. So you keep doing what you're doing, my sister. And keep kicking down them doors. And keep on booking them shows. I cannot wait to see what is next for Chelsea Montgomery as well as the city. My sister, this is not goodbye. This is going to be, I'll talk to you later. And I'm also going to send into your direct messages a copy of the show. Do with it as you will, and we will vibe out later on, okay? Did you have a good time on the Sister Speak show?
I loved it. This was amazing. I was so nervous. I was like, oh, Lord, I hate when people ask about me. But, because I really do. I know you got to go, but I really do. I just let me just do my business and go about my business. I like being dusted off and just, I like them getting the shine and me doing, the behind the scenes. But, I was really nervous, but this was really great. This was eye-opening. I love actually, projecting my thoughts and actually, because nobody really cares.
Aww.
And so I thank you for actually taking the time to care. People just want to see the band grow, but they don't care how they grow. They just go, I just want y'all to be big. But how they going to get there?
Yes.
So I thank you for caring enough to actually go a little deeper and say, okay, well, there's more to this. And wait, it's a woman to this. Oh, wait, she's a black woman. And else she got sense. So I thank you for listening to it. And even, being intrigued by me. That's an honor. I really appreciate that. So continue doing what you're doing. You are inspiring me. It's just, it's great.
Thank you,
everything you have going on, it's beautiful. I mean, you take people and you ask the right questions and you put them in the right positions to where, I even had to think, I don't know where my passion came. You know what I'm saying? You think about, your questions and you do your research. This is not something where you just roll over and say, let me make a phone call today. You actually put the effort in and you can tell.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you for doing that. That takes a lot of work. People always see the end result, but don't really care about how we led up to it. And that's my problem with a lot. I'm sorry. I probably
No, that's okay. No, that's okay.
I appreciate you. And again, let's grow together.
Yes.
I love your bun. I'm inspired by your bun.
You.
You got the best hair buns ever.
Thank you.
So, if you can just teach me some buns, I've been trying mine. I don't know if you can see it, but I've been trying to flake it out a little bit, make it a little bigger, but whatever.
You are beautiful, my sister. You keep just rocking how you rocking. I thank you for those beautiful words, and I do receive it. And like I said, we're going to vibe out again. You're going to definitely have to reach out to me when you come out here in May. This is a blessing. You are my sister. You my fam. And I will definitely talk to you later.
Thank you.
Of course. Take care. Brothers and sisters, please give a round. I'm talking about a round of applause for Chelsea, the Queen, Montgomery. Oh, yeah. I have the dopest ever. The dopest ever. The dopest ever. All of my special guests are the dopest ever. You need to know that, my brothers and sisters. And I'm so excited about everything that we have going on the Sister Speak show. Yes, I have another show, my brothers and sisters, live tonight at 7 p.m. J Metro, another Houston caller. I'm so excited about that. We're going to vibe out. It's going to be dope. I need you to come back. I need you to vibe with me. But you know what? This wouldn't be the Sister Speak show if I did not play at least one song. The tour, if I didn't play one song. And so I just felt like, you know what? I'm going to go a little R&B singing, sister. You all have heard of her before. And if you haven't, you're getting ready to hear of her right now. Then we're going to go ahead and close out. I'm going to take me a little break, quench my thirst with some good water, get ready for this next round in the ring, and do what I love to do. On the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. My brothers and sisters, I'm so excited about this next artist coming on. This is a song called I Love You by Sherry Dennis. What? Say it. This is from Sherry Dennis, In and Out of Love. It's her album, Dope Sister.
Boy, I trust you and all, but I've been here before you.
Get it, Sherry.
You remind me of pain, but I can't ignore you. As a magic boy, I tried my best not to think of you. I tried to really get to play, to eventually just lose to you.
We have, I think, Young Jock and Jim Jones did the remix on here. So you can Google this sister Sherry Dennis. She's dope. Listen to her songs, vibe out. I got a good ear for music. I hate music that sucks. Ooh, if your music sucks, suck it. I want to thank you all for listening to the Sister Speak Show. Spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. It has been a joy divine speaking with you all and you all listening. I am so excited to vibe out with you all. Oh, I'm coming hard in the paint in April. Y'all better get ready. Oh, we got a good lineup. Great lineup. I wonder how men groupies scream. Oh, nah, that probably wouldn't be it. Male groupie scream. Huh, shout out. Brothers and sisters, I thank you for listening to the Sister Speak Show. You've been listening to the tour live. I am your host, Ayana. And it has been a joy, like I said, just to vibe out, to have my special guest, Chelsea Montgomery, call in and vibe out. Brothers and sisters, I need you to come back live, listening live to the tour at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, 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 hey. Brothers and sisters, I thank you so much. And until we converse again, I'm out of here.